I knew it yesterday when we went live about the Bronny James thing that the media would soften this. Oh, this is developmental. This is a good play for the Lakers.
Hard change. Let's get into the Bronny James draft.
I wanted to combine the two. Like, what is the national media saying about the debate? There's no way they could be like, okay, Joe Biden did a good job on the
nobody's saying anybody did a good job.
Yeah.
Because I just know how our media is so divided.
No, everybody's saying this was a sad night for America. That's pretty much your
our sports media not nearly as divided. They seem to like jump on the same bandwagon together.
Not on the Bronny James thing.
I disagree. I have heard
people are saying, I'm looking forward to seeing this father and son moment. Totally different takes than you and I had on this, and I assume
that's
Brownie,
what I'm saying. I mean, I think I'd be interested to see what Stephen A. Smith says about this, but the majority of national people, like this Kevin Pelton, who's an NBA writer for ESPN, he graded all 30 teams on their draft.
Love his bikes. I'm starting to ride them every morning.
He gave only 6 teams had a higher grade than the B+ the Lakers got. And the funny thing is he goes into it talking about Dalton Connect. He was like, I wasn't high. I had him outside my top 30, but he's going to give the Lakers a B+?
Yeah,
that's weird.
That is weird.
Give him a B+ because Dalton Connect
falls. They drafted him at 19, right? But he was outside my top 30, 17.
Yeah.
The guy at The Athletic said the Lakers got a bargain here that they had Bronny projected 52nd best player in the draft, and they got him at 55. So it was
that's a steal.
A little bit of value.
Now the rumor, Bob Myers, from the Warriors, goes around and does the tour yesterday at ESPN, and he came out and said that Rich Paul, the agent for both LeBron and now for Bronny, called every other team and said, if you draft Bronny James, he's going to Australia. Let him go. We weren't going to draft him anyway.
Not a problem.
There was no way anybody else was going to draft him. That's another joke about this whole thing. People can call me hater all they want. The only thing I would ask, and I said this the other day, and I said it last night with Dunaway, is what you always say about like Mike Dubose getting the Alabama job.
That's right.
If his name is not Bronny James, there is zero chance the Lakers draft him.
And even if his name is still Bronny James, if LeBron wasn't playing for the Lakers, there's no chance the Lakers draft him.
Now Jeff Goodman,
no chance,
who covers college basketball, says the only reason he's upset is that a lot of us with hot takes has not watched Bronny James play enough basketball to have hot takes.
I would agree with that.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But I did see
myself.
I did see him play at Auburn this past year. I didn't think he was very good there. Did somebody pull up a box score?
I got you.
Did he have 8?
I literally watched Bronny probably 10 to 15 times this year. And I said this last night, like he could go to Venice Beach right now and he'd be really good in a pickup game.
Yeah.
Like I think he could have been a really good 3rd or 4th year player in college basketball. But to think that he could be on a roster this year in the NBA, to think that what he has done is worthy of being drafted in the NBA is credible. To me, if he's like a 6'10", 6'11" guy that has the ability to shoot it, he's athletic, then look, there's a high ceiling on a guy like this. This is a 6'2" guy that's not going to grow anymore. And more than likely, he's going to have to play the 2.
He played 14 minutes in Neville Arena, Jim.
Now, remember, he was just coming off a near-death experience.
That is true.
And by the way, that's another fact. Do you think if anybody else, because of the medical condition, having a heart condition, even if he's medically cleared, teams are going to stay away from
There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's just like a quarterback with 2 ACLs or, something like that. 14 minutes, 1 of 4 from the field, 3 of 4 from the stripe. So he's a good free throw shooter. It's important. 5 points.
5 points.
He pulled down
at
8.
That's his average. He's a 5-point guy.
He pulled down a couple boards at 6'2". That's hustle.
Ball bounced right to him, I bet.
Missed shot. Yeah. Followed up his miss.
Did LeVar Ball average more at Washington State than Bronny did at USC? Because you remember when Ball and LeBron were going back and forth a little bit?
No, it's not LeVar. What was his name? LeVar was the dad.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, LeVar was the one doing the speaking for the family.
Yeah, LeVar was the guy that was talking.
So you want his numbers from Washington State?
And I think it was LeBron and it was a couple other players. Hey, dude, you averaged like 3 at Washington State. I don't think you've got much of a voice.
Yeah. I would be more interested if they had drafted Shedeur Sanders than I would be Bronny James. I think Shedeur Sanders could give you a better run for the Lakers.
Jeff says Celtics are laughing. I mean, I ended both videos last night with saying the same thing. You just had your biggest rival, who now has the most championships in NBA history, just won a championship 10 days ago. They're not going anywhere. And now you have got the absolute circus, which is the Los Angeles Lakers.
But let's talk about, all right, so we all agree on that, but you can't think. I mean, you think the guy's going to come in and get minutes?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean,
I don't, but I think he's going to get a roster spot. I heard somebody this morning saying he'll start in the G League.
You maintain he'll never play in the G League.
I don't think he will play in the G League. Now, I think he should play in the G League, but the same guy said that Dalton Knecht's going to play in the G League. I don't think Dalton Knecht. I think Dalton Knecht is going to have an incredible summer. I think Dalton Knecht is almost NBA ready right now. I think he can get quality minutes. He can stretch defenses.
Yeah,
he's
I agree.
so athletic. You know, he's a guy that can do a lot of different things. He is a legit 6'6", too. That's what you want.
Yeah, I would do this. I can't wait until, if he is in the G League and he comes and plays the Birmingham Squadron, I would assume the national media would continue their conversation, and that the Bronny effect, we would pack a Legacy Arena to see Bronny James.
Oh, yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah. No, I do think that the tickets would sell. You don't?
You think people would
I
go
really
to watch
think
Bronny?
people. Well, it depends. Like if this is early season and we've had like this Bronny watch, if you've got a Pedro Gomez type that is
Bronny had 7 last night.
If they put him on the Bronny beat, then if it built a little, because I remember a buzz around Neville. Do you not? When USC was coming in, those were pretty tough.
No, it was a tough ticket, and there were a lot of NBA scouts there. That was the big thing.
It was, but the national media acted like they were here to see Bronny James. I remember the tweets and people reporting that, and we were like, "Are you guys kidding?" They sell out every game here at Auburn Arena. It's not the Bronny effect. The game was going to be sold out regardless.
Now, the NBA scouts was
different
Yeah,
because he was coming
different.
back. It was
Right.
the first chance to see him. Really relative minutes post heart attack or whatever he had.
Skylar Mays is on your roster from LSU. You remember Skylar Mays,
Skylar
right?
Mays.
Yep.
He averaged 11 minutes. I'm looking for somebody like low down your roster. I don't know your roster very well. Maxwell Lewis, did he play any this year? Out of Pepperdine? He averaged 2 minutes a game. No, 3 minutes a game in 34 games. Averaged 3 minutes a game, 0.3 points a game.
I could see him get those kind of minutes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, this Maxwell Lewis, if I told you, Lance, hey, Maxwell Lewis is losing his roster spot for your Lakers, you're not going to sweat that.
No, my whole thing is it seems like the Lakers are more concerned on what LeBron wants than getting better and winning championship. Like J.J. Redick said this, he might end up being the next Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
But he's an unproven, he's never coached before. So you've got your podcast partner, and now you've got your son, and that's all they're talking about. Like, the Lakers should be finding ways to go from 47 wins to 55 wins and getting a 3 or 4 seed and being able to advance in the postseason in the West.
I guess I'm kind of like Lance on this, Jim, is that if the Charlotte Hornets did this, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
If LeBron came to play for Charlotte and they drafted Bronny, I'd be like, that's probably a pretty smart move by them. That'll sell them some tickets.
Yeah.
You're the Charlotte Hornets. What's it matter?
If it was the Hawks.
If it's the Hawks,
if it was anybody else,
Yeah,
it'd
this
be
is
a
the,
sideshow.
this is the L.A.
Right.
Lakers.
Yeah.
That's what blows me away about it. It's one of the proudest franchises in all of professional sports.
Yep.
This is the franchise of Jerry West and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic
you
Johnson
guys
and Kobe
remember,
Bryant.
how big the egos were between Shaq and Kobe, and they were able to shelf that, and they were able to win championships because they were so great. But can you imagine if Kobe was in his prime with LeBron on this team and this move went down? It wouldn't have gone down.
No, it would not have gone down. And I also can
I think
imagine
LeBron would have been out a couple of years
Kobe
ago.
and LeBron on the same team would have been something.
Yeah, but you're right. It's the Lakers. It's a
That's what blows me
very
away.
Clipper-esque move.
Exactly. I mean, this would be like, the Yankees drafting Derek Jeter's son as a favorite. You're the freaking Yankees, giving him a roster spot.
Yeah.
You draft a ton of guys in Major League Baseball, but they give him a roster spot.
And look, and I know a lot of second-round guys, they're not guaranteed contracts. They don't stick. But everybody's like, it's only a second round. It's only a second round. You only get 2 of these, though.
Yeah.
You brought up Mike Piazza, and, Tommy Lasorda was his godfather, and he drafted him. And I think it was the 68th round.
It was very deep, yeah.
But, that was kind of just, we're going to throw you a bone. There is 0 chance this guy ever plays. And he ended up making it. And maybe Bronny James will grow 4 or 5 inches, and he becomes incredible.
And that video lives forever. You did last night.
I don't care.
DJ Burns goes undrafted, the Cinderella NC State big guy who's lost a lot of weight. I mean, to your point, that guy went undrafted. He's a guy you could take a project on, and maybe he takes up some space, develops his footwork inside, and can get some meaningful minutes down in a post. He's undrafted, free agent with the Cavaliers. I want to talk about one guy that dropped real quick, and then we'll tell you about Hydro Live as you get ready for another weekend. Kyle Filipowski of Duke, right?
That is correct.
He gets drafted by Utah, but he did not go in the first round like some thought. He dropped into the second round. And according to
His fake injury didn't help him.
well, he did not, but I was blown away. I didn't know anything about this story.
Nor did I. Little T tipped us off on this.
And apparently, he dropped because of his dating situation and rift with his family, where everyone last night who was covering the draft were using the word he was groomed to become Mormon, to become a Mormon
Well, I don't
by
know if
his
you know this.
girlfriend.
My daughter, one of her best friends, she's on a mission right now for the next 2 years. But she lived in Birmingham. She's Mormon. You don't necessarily have to live in Salt Lake.
No, you don't. But
you don't. We got pictures.
Okay.
Apparently, according
I'm going to need to see these.
According to report, this is prom pictures of Filipowski and his girlfriend. I don't know her name. I should have written her name down, but this is the young lady off of her Instagram account. Now,
Whoa,
typical,
Kyle, slow it down, son. Picture number 2.
His sun hadn't set yet.
soaking literally in the sun. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you. These are normal prom pictures until you find out that Filipowski's a senior in high school. It's his senior prom. He's 18.
Look at those crazy ass eyes.
Don't miss the headline here. Okay. She, in this headline, in this prom picture, he's 18, a senior. It's his prom. She is 24.
She could have been like one of those 90210 cast members that were in their mid-20s and they played high schoolers.
Yeah. So she
doesn't necessarily look 24. I mean, I buy it.
Yeah, but she's going to a prom at 24. That's when, even if you're dating an 18-year-old, you're like, take another girl to the prom. I'll trust that you
no, if
handle it. I'm 24. I'm not going to a prom.
This around, the dude would be arrested.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, keep
he's
going.
20 now. She's
24.
Yeah,
All right, she's 24 in these. Okay, gotcha.
18 and 24 in these. 20 and 26. But according to the people who were covering the draft, I'm watching this. I get into this wormhole last night. Apparently, family rift and his personal life made him a risk. Meanwhile, Bronny James not a risk.
Wait,
so heart problem,
not a problem.
You got to ask me, well, how did the family situation make him a risk? By the way, they love PDA. But
who? The him and her and him?
Filipowski and whoever the 24-year-old is. Yeah. But how would family drama? I mean, Filipowski was,
Okay, Ken, is there anyone that has access to a microphone that it can explain what they mean by being groomed?
Probably
no?
Tyler.
I think
Tyler would be my guess.
Unless he's on
this
the
one.
clock on trivia.
Can I just can I just get Tyler's explanation, whether it's right or wrong? I want to hear it. Tyler, he's being groomed by his girlfriend. What do we mean by that?
So usually grooming means that an older person is trying to influence a younger person to date them when they're older and usually separate them from their family and have a lot of control over them.
Okay, that was a great explanation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tyler.
You sound to me like you're setting up a Netflix documentary at some point.
Challenge. Anybody ever groomed you, Tyler?
No.
Are you open to it?
Please.
So are we guessing
if she looks like that, you're in, right, Tyler?
You'd get groomed by her.
Oh, if it's her, I don't mind.
Hey, no joke. I'm getting Rockstar to pull up her Instagram. And what was the first picture you pulled up, Rockstar? I think it was her, the black and whites at the top.
Dunaway, you following her yet?
No. But look, this is the picture that popped up first. And Tyler in the back's working on 1,000 things I have him doing for me as he fills in for Forster. And he's like, whoa, what's her name?
Yeah.
Who's that on my screen?
She's a groomer, according to the reports.
So is Filipowski was, 5-star guy when he signed with Duke, obviously. Is the theory that she knew that he was going to make NBA money?
Are they engaged?
Or is she grooming him for a church, for some kind of cult?
I think that was the report, right? That she's grooming him.
Well, since 4 months since the happiest yes I'll ever say.
So they're engaged?
She's got a ring on.
I mean, her clock's ticking, Rockstar.
She's an old lady.
I thought it was
She's
just a
middle-aged.
girlfriend. Now it's
No,
fiance.
she's apparently fiance.
She's middle-aged.
So if you're
I would have a big problem with my kid coming out of high school and getting engaged.
Taylor, come here.
So where was he supposed to be drafted?
I thought he was the first round.
Late first.
Late first. How far did he fall?
Early second.
Oh, so he didn't fall that far.
Taylor, you're 24, right?
Yes.
If you would you go to a high school prom?
No.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution.
Wow. I probably could have guessed the answer.
Yeah,
Until the beginning
This
here.
girl was
work for
Taylor's
that.
age.
Yeah.
Taylor's age.
Well, we've pulled one person. It's unanimous.
So that makes us MSNBC.
Yes. I'm with Lance. Well, first of all, he didn't fall that much, but so you're concerned if you're an NBA franchise is he's joining a cult family or something like that?
I don't know.
How many NBA guys, have family issues?
Yeah. Or is your concern that she's going to be driving him too hard to try to make the money? What's the deal?
I don't know. Hats off to him. When I was 18.
Well, they went to
I would
Disney.
even almost say this. For some of the, I can't imagine if I was under an NBA contract at 18 or 19, traveling across the country, staying in five-star hotels
Yeah.
with the resources and the accessibility these guys have got. I would almost, if I'm a general manager and coach, I'd rather my guy be kind of settled down.
Right.
And like I would love
Yeah.
if she's traveling around with him. He's not going out.
No,
He's not going to be partying. He's going to be sitting in the hotel room watching movies.
I'm kind of with you. He's met Chewbacca.
He's taller than Chewbacca.
He really is. He's a big guy.
Chewbacca's 7'1".
Rockstar, he's a
one of
big
the
guy.
few. 1%.
Chewbacca would have been a summer league sign-on free agent. Absolutely.
No, I'm with you, Lance. Like you would think maybe that he's
more stable.
he's more stable, and she's on the road with him, cracking the whip, grooming him.
Early on, John Morant was his own enemy, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, it still kind of is. But if I'm Filipowski's family, the only thing I would worry about is like she's digging in the pocket.
Okay, let me ask you
only
this.
thing that's the only reason she's around.